Okay, my name is Enda Finn and I'm coming from the Faculty of Business and Culture in SAMK Puri as the visiting coach on the IBS programme, but also as a visiting researcher. My home institute is Dundalk Institute of Technology in Ireland, and I'm here today at this symposium to talk about the research that I'm doing rather than the coach teaching. And the research is into evaluating user experience in educational games. My background as a lecturer and as a software engineer and applications designer is in human-computer interaction and usability design, so it's right in the zone in terms of my area of expertise. The research is a collaboration between SAMK, DKIT and a local company here in Puri, OY. And it was a very natural fit for me to be involved in the end user evaluation, and also as an educationalist, as a teacher in the classroom. I thought I could bring a lot in terms of making the evaluation real. Whoa, that's a good question. Educational games, well, let's face two facts, right? One, children have to be educated and children also play games. I remember something that my president in DKIT said to me once. He said, all good education is fun and all good fun is education or learning. And that kind of stayed with me, and that's the essential ingredient here. So it's taking modern interactive game technology into the classroom, which sounds a little scary because people have the assumption that gameplay is for wasting time and classroom is for using time. But with the right mix, you can actually get a very effective educational tool in a classroom context, or where somebody's playing outside a classroom and still learning. Right, I'll come to the data mining secondly. The first question is the really tough question, which is how do you measure user experience in any human-computer interaction? That's a tough question. Where you're dealing with an educational context, it's even tougher. And if you go into a live classroom, you've really brought on a serious problem. The problem here balances around objective, quantifiable, numeric measurement, hence the data mining. But on the flip side, you have the subjective, the opinionated, the view of the sense of somebody's reaction to something or somebody's opinion of something. So we do attempt both, but it's such a complex problem, we have to find our way. So on the data mining side, the game technology has a lot of analytics in terms of it can give the teacher a very good view of the skills being acquired by a child, very numerically, very detailed. But also we've had to enhance that with using eye tracking technology, which is much more the experimental science, where you get a sense cognitively of what somebody's focusing on, what they're distracted by, how much attention they're paying to what part of the game. But all of that only brings you so far. It's only when you go into a live classroom, particularly where you involve the expert end user, the teacher, that you really start to close the loop in terms of, and the key question is here, how do you measure that it's effective educationally? Well, for me, within the context of SAMK, the pioneer is Dr. Harry Katamo. I mean, it's built on his research, which has been going on for the best part of 10 years. And you know, there's a strong research basis there from the artificial intelligence world, because the game is based on what's called a teachable agent, where the child has a character, a pet, a mouse, and the child teaches the mouse, so that the mouse goes from being kind of stupid to clever in terms of some maths curriculum, whatever. And that's a pretty pioneering approach. Traditionally in game-based education, the game takes on the role of the teacher, which again makes it threatening to teachers. Oh, is this going to replace me? Where this game technology actually offers a very user-friendly, a very effective way of getting past that problem. Yeah, in a fun way, yeah. I compare it to adding vitamins to breakfast cereal. It's that important a problem, it's that fundamental. So we have game technology and we have educational need, and let's make sure that the games that kids are playing are educationally sound.